So a lot of times in America, black people are charged a bunch of extra charges, and a lot of times they don't know because they throw it into these paperworks. Case in point, they had this dealership called Ed Napleton Automotive that's headquarters in Illinois. Now they agreed to pay $10 million to settle a lawsuit against the auto dealer for charging thousands of black customers for add-ons without their consent. So the Federal Trade Commission and the Illinois filed a consumer complaint against the dealer. It said 8 of his dealerships in Illinois, Florida, Pennsylvania, and Missouri on March 31st. And a lawsuit alleged that black customers at the dealerships were charged more than $190 in interest and paid $99 more than similar add-ons than similarly situated white customers. Now, they said working closely with the Illinois Attorney General, they said we are holding these dealerships accountable for discriminating against minority consumers and sneaking junk fees onto people's bills. That's Samuel Levine. He's the director of the Federal Trade Commission Bureau of Consumer Protection. He said, especially as families struggle with rising car prices, dealerships that cheat their customers can expect to hear from us. Now, Napleton is one of the largest Illinois-based auto groups. They say with 51 dealerships in 8 states. They say according to the complaint, it said the 8 Napleton automotive dealerships and the general manager of 2 Illinois locations illegally taxed fees for payment insurance, paint protection, and either add-ons without the customer's permission. So some had already rejected the products, and the FTC said that the illegal junk fees consumers hundreds or even thousands, of dollars, right? So they're adding all this stuff to black people's bill without them even knowing what they're doing. So they say the lawsuit also said that 83% of the black auto buyers surveyed during the investigation were charged add-on fees without authorization or by deception. They said the customers were told the add-ons were free or mandatory in other cases. Say under agreement, $9.95 million of the $10 million judgment will be awarded to consumers, and $50,000 will be paid to the Illinois Attorney General Court Ordered and Voluntary Compliance Payment Projects Fund. Now, the lawsuit also said a salesperson would wait until the end of an hours-long negotiation to insert the fees in the customer's purchase contract, which are often 60 pages long. They say in one instance, a dealership in Arlington Heights, Illinois, charged a customer nearly $4,000 in add-on fees after he paid the same amount in a down payment on the vehicle. They said, therefore, the down payment only covered the illegal fees, and the customer still owed the full cost of the car. Boy, these people, always trying to cheat black people. They said another incident, citing the complaint, the salesperson told the customer that 2 oil changes, a tire rotation, and windshield protection came with the vehicle purchase. He declined extended warranty, but changed his mind after the salesperson offered him a discount. And say the customer found out later the dealership charged $426 for an oil change, tire rotation, and windshield protection. So he was charged the full amount for the extended warranty and an additional $289 for window etching without his knowledge. The customer claimed he tried to call the dealership several times to cancel, but no one responded. He eventually went directly to the warranty service provider to cancel the add-on. They said, according to the complaint, it said Napleton employees also increased the cost of a customer's loan for black customers. They said for increasing the amount they paid in interest. Wow. Man, they were just doing black people wrong all over the place. So these actions, it said, violate the Illinois Consumer Fraud and Deceptive Business Act. It said the settlement requires Napleton dealerships to create a comprehensive fair lending program that will cap the additional interest markup they charge consumers, among other things. They say, in addition, they say the settlement directs the auto dealer to only charge consumers with express informed consent. They say it prohibits dealerships from misrepresenting the cost, terms, fees associated with buying or leasing a car in the future. And a spokesperson, they said, from Napleton said the auto dealer denied any wrongdoing. But usually when the feds come at you, they usually got their ducks in a row. That's usually what it is. And why would you settle if you did nothing wrong? If you did nothing wrong, you would just be in court fighting it, right? So why would you make a settlement with the Fair Trade Commission? Now, they said this. They said, we made this decision to avoid disruption of any ongoing dispute with the government. As a result, we reluctantly determined that it was in our best long-term business interest to resolve these matters. Now, you was caught dead to rights, what you was doing to black people, and you say, you know what, it's better go ahead and pay this money out than have all the dirt being brought out in a court case. But yes, every aspect in America, black people are targeted. We are highly targeted. And we have to look at payment contracts. We have to look at interest rates. We have to look at all of that when we purchasing something. There's different ways to what you call beat the banker, even with interest rates. For instance, give you an example. My daughter had a car, right? And I know, if you really want to beat the banker with a car, then pay your regular payments, but throw all you can to that principal payment. Because when you first paying that car, you're paying the interest. Well, when you're knocking down that principal, when you're knocking that down, that starts lowering the interest that they can collect. Understand? So let's say even if you had a horrible interest rate, we're gonna talk about horrible interest rate. Let's say 10% interest, right? So if you're being charged 10% interest, you're gonna be paying those interest payments on that car until that's done. Then you start paying the principal. Well, what you do is you start paying the principal. You keep paying that principal on top of your regular payment, and then it cuts down their interest that they can make off of you. You understand? Because I did that, and then later she had, got her, I think, her income tax, and then she just paid off the car or whatever, and that was the end of it. And the car was paid off a lot faster because of paying the principal payments. It don't matter if you got a credit card that's even 28% interest. As long as you don't owe on that credit card at all, and you keep your balance under 30%, preferably if you keep a $10 balance on your card, they don't make no money off of you. And you can just ride it out all day long. There's a lot of ways to beat them on their system when it comes to interest and things like that. But, when you got to be careful when you get involved with these contracts. Sometimes it may be good to get a lawyer to read over certain things. Sometimes if they getting all nervous about a lawyer reading it, then something is wrong. I'll say, okay, well, let me take this to my lawyer. I'll pay my lawyer the money to read this contract and go through every fee. And if they say it's good, then yeah, I have no problem signing this contract. Understand what I'm saying? That's just doing business. When you have a lawyer look over a contract, it's better to pay a lawyer than paying thousands of dollars in fees you should not have been paying whatsoever. But for me, I got a rapport with a particular brother. He been helping us get all our cars for years. Okay, and he the truth. I love this brother. And if you can't get a rapport with a sales man or saleswoman that you just cool with, that work one of them places and they take care of you, get that. And get all your cars or whatever vehicles you get through them. That would just be my suggestion, because I look for a good brother or sister. That's what I look for, because, I know when they being, we just know black people. You know what I'm saying? When they good, when they foul. We just know our people. When it comes to others, you don't know, when you just don't know them like that. There's nothing against them. You just don't know them unless you have some sort of personal relationship with them. That could be different, because, like I say, it could be an Indian person, Asian person, Hispanic, white person. It don't matter. If you know them and you've been knowing them a long time and they hook you up, no problem. You know what I'm saying? But get a rapport with a particular salesperson. That's what I would say, and the ones that actually want to work. But y'all, let me know, what y'all think about that. Have you been screwed over on a car deal before, and you looked up, you had some crazy fees in there? Leave us a comment and let us know. Let us know exactly where it's at, because I'm not for car lots either. I'm against car lots. I need to get my cars from major dealerships that's attached to these major companies, because if I'm going to sue, I need to get all my money.